Hi, welcome to Cook and Impress. Today I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy corn mince curry. Okay, it takes about 15 minutes to cook, so let's get cooking. Right, so I'm going to start by putting some oil in a pan, which I've got at a very low heat at the moment. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so that's 4 tablespoons of oil. To that I'm going to turn the gas on at medium now. Okay, to that I'm going to add a teaspoon of cumin seeds, some dry red chilies, cinnamon. Okay, and we have to wait for our cumin seeds to flutter. As soon as we hear the noise, we're going to start adding our ingredients. Okay, it should take a minute or so. Right, you can already hear it fluttering. Great. Okay, to that I'm going to add 1 medium chopped onion. So that's the sound you want to hear, and you know your oil is ready. Okay. Right, we want the onions to be light brown in color and quite a soft texture. Okay, so right, the onions look quite soft now, and at this stage I'm going to add a teaspoon of crushed garlic, a teaspoon of crushed ginger, and I'm adding about 2 chopped green chilies. Okay, and again, if you think you don't want it too hot, then add less chilies at this stage. I'm going to turn the gas down a bit for the mixture to blend in. Okay, so we want the onions to be quite well cooked and blended with the cinnamon, garlic and ginger. All right, as you can see, I'm not using too much oil, and it's still working well. Right, we're now ready to start adding our ingredients. So I'm going to add 1 fresh chopped tomato. Okay. Looking quite colourful. And this stage I'm going to add a little bit of water. Okay, so about 2 large spoons of water I've added. That allows just the onion to cook and soak in quite well. Okay. Right. The onions looked quite well done. So I'm going to add my spices now and the seasoning. So I'm adding 1.5 teaspoons of salt, about 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, about 3/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1.5 teaspoon of coriander and cumin powder, which I've grinded. Okay, and I'm going to add some red chili powder to this. So I've got about 1/4 teaspoon. As I've already added the green chilies, I'm not adding too much of the red chili powder. Okay, you want to give this a good stir. You can already smell the aroma is coming through quite well. Okay, we're going to roast this for about a minute or so. Okay, Okay, we're now ready to add our tomatoes. I've blended about 400 ml of tomatoes here, which is equivalent to 1 tin that you get in the shops these days. Okay, 400 grams is about 400 ml here. So let's put that in. Okay, I think that's enough to get the mixture going. Okay, so I haven't added the full tin. I would say I've left back about a quarter of the tin there. Okay, so I'd say that's about 300 ml that we've added. And to that I'm going to add 125 grams of frozen peas. Okay. And about 65 grams of frozen spinach. Now you can get spinach in little cubes there. So I've got about 3 and they weigh up to 65 grams. Okay. I'm also adding a couple of tablespoons of fumaric, dry fumaric. Now if you've got fresh, then please use fresh fumaric, but I'm adding dry fumaric. I've got about 2 heaped tablespoons of dry fumaric there. Okay, and that is already bringing out beautiful colors, as you can see. Now we're going to let this cook for about 7 minutes. I'm just going to add some coriander now. So I've got some chopped coriander. Okay, so I've just put a handful in now. I'm going to let that cook. Right, I'm going to let this cook for about 7 minutes and then we need to add some more seasoning. Okay, as you can see it's blending in really well and I'm going to cover that up now. And we're going to turn it down to quite low heat, so not too low, not too high. And we're going to let that cook for about 7 minutes before we can add our corn and the rest of the ingredients. Okay, I'll come back in about 5 minutes. Right, our mixture, our curry has been cooking for about 5 minutes now. And as you can see, it's oozing out a little bit of oil. And that's absolutely how we want it. Right, at this stage I'm going to add our corn mince. Okay, and there's about 300 grams in this pack, so let's add that in. Okay, let's mix that up well, and I'm going to add a little bit of water at this stage. So just enough to let it mix. I'd say about half a cup. Okay, so I've added in about half a cup of water. Okay, and I am at this stage going to add the 100 ml of tomato blended tomato that we had left over. Okay, so that's 100 ml of tomato in, some coriander, so again a handful of coriander, and about 2 teaspoons of garam masala. Okay, and some lemon. So I've got half a lime there, which I'm just going to add in at this stage. Okay. Brilliant. Okay. So let's give our curry a little bit of a mix there. Right, the mince takes up to 12 minutes to cook. This is frozen mince that I'm using. You can also get cubes of corn, which you can add in instead of the mince that we've got here. and I'm going to add a little bit of water. So I'd say about half a cup of water again. Okay. Still cooking at medium heat. And so I'm going to turn that down to lower heat, and we're going to let that cook now for 10 minutes, and then we're going to come back to it. Okay, so close the lid and give it 10 minutes to cook. Okay. Right, it's been about 5 to 6 minutes, and I'm going to check on our curry now. And oh, that's looking absolutely delicious. Still simmering away. And I'm going to be a little naughty at this stage. I want to try to make sure that the spices are all correct, and if there's anything else that we need to add, this is the time that we can actually add any additional spices. Okay, so let's take a bit out. Absolutely delicious. I think I need to add a little bit of more salt, so I'm going to add about half a teaspoon. So we've already added 1.5 teaspoons, and this is just an additional half a teaspoon that I'm adding to this curry. It's hot enough, but like I said, you can add the chilies to meet your taste. Okay, the garam masala is sufficient, and I'm going to close this and let it cook for further 5 to 6 minutes and come back to it, and I think it's going to be ready to serve. Right, it's been about 5 minutes. I'm going to check on our curry, and brilliant, it's oozing, the oils are oozing from the sides, and it's ready. So we're going to turn off the gas now. Okay, I'm going to add some fresh coriander just to go on the top. Give it a good mix, and we're ready to plate up. Okay, so I've got a plate ready here. Now the portion that we've cooked today will serve 4 people. Okay, and like I said, it's a curry which you can prepare in less than 20 minutes. Okay, it's a brilliant curry to cook, and like I said, you can use soya corn chunks instead of corn mince. Okay, and that's looking absolutely beautiful. Okay, and put that on the side. Fresh coriander on the top. And we're ready to serve our guests. Right, I'm going to give this a little try, like I always want to. Okay. Absolutely perfect. Delicious, not too hot, but you can make it hotter if you want it. So please try this recipe. It's really easy to make. A curry in 20 minutes or less. Enjoy! Thank you for watching my video.